Hello first responders, it's Johanna with Holiday Planet with our documents, packages, and staying healthy announcement for our first responder cruise to the Greek Isles coming up later this month. So first of all, documents packages are being sent out once you have responded to your address verification email. Hi Nancy. So if you've received that email asking you to verify your address but you haven't responded yet, please do so right away. Also for roommates, you will get a special email asking you where we should send the package because we only do one per cabin. So just let us know where to mail it. Those packages should go out next week by USPS Priority Mail, and you'll get an email with live tracking info so you can see as it's getting closer to you, and hopefully you'll all have those by next weekend, I would say. So let's talk about what's in there. You'll get a package that looks like this. And just for fun, I've included a little thin blue line sticker and your wristbands. We use these for a couple of things. First of all, if we're all wearing the wristbands, you can recognize people in our group around the hotel, around the ship. We've even met people walking around the city and we see the wristbands and then we know that they're part of our group, and you can meet people and make friends all along the way throughout your vacation. The other thing that we use them for is kind of like a business card. You will meet other first responders, either at the hotels or in the city or in the ports or on the ship, especially when they see the t-shirts and they want more information, and you can give them the wristband because it has the website address on it. And then once you've given your wristbands away, and I will give you guys a couple of extras, but once you've given them away, just ask me and I'll give you another one. And I'll be thrilled. If you're constantly giving yours away all cruise and I'm giving you more, that's great. You'll also find our trifold of onboard events. This is not a schedule, but it does let you know if you would like to hang out with the group where you might find us. Our group dinners are listed in here, group shore excursions, meetups on the ship, and 2 meetups in Athens before the cruise. The night before, we will be meeting up on the rooftop bar at the Athenaeum Intercontinental, and the night before that, the 29th, we'll be meeting at the rooftop bar at the other hotel, the Niche Athens. So we'll get to try both of those and see the lovely views of the Acropolis from up there. What else do we have here? Inside each is some information about your cruise. It says Ahoy First Responders, and this is much more detailed than anything that Virgin has for you. Virgin just isn't much for documents, so I've created a little information about the cruise for you with some extra little tips and tricks that I haven't even been able to get to in the videos because time is limited. You also may have some terms and conditions from your flights and stuff. We're required to give that stuff to you, so it may be in there, but once you've reviewed it, you can throw it out. What you don't want to throw out is anything that's in here. This is the actual documents, hi Christy, that will get you through the trip. On the left-hand side, they are numbered in order of appearance, right? Everything's in chronological order on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you'll have your Holiday Planet itinerary, which you've seen before by email, and that's where you have the full itinerary start to finish with everything in one place, and that can be helpful too. Depending on what you have booked with me, you may have flights with online check-in information. You may have vouchers for tours, especially if you're going to other cities. You may have tours and transfers and other hotels booked. You may have other flights to get in and out of Athens to go other places. Your online check-in instructions should be listed for each, along with information about baggage and what you can expect for those fees. You have instructions about our Athens in a Day tour if you're going on that with us. And finally, the thing that I really wanted to show to you is your Virgin Voyages confirmation. This little piece of paper is all that they give us. And on page 2, it talks about your onboard credit, which is made up of bar tab and Sailor Loot. And it talks about how much you're going to have. But it's not really very clear. I have a graduate degree. You shouldn't need one to read this confirmation, and yet it's hard for me to even figure out how much Sailor Loot you have and how much bar tab you have. So I've written some notes on here for a couple of you if it's confusing at all. But the reason why you have this and the reason why you have it in writing is that sometimes, not even just with our group, but anyone who sails with Virgin, sometimes when you get on board the ship and bing, it shows up in your app how much onboard spending money you have, whether it's bar tab, sailor loot, or both, it doesn't match up what you're expecting. And this is your documentation that you can take down to Sailor Services on Deck 5 and say, excuse me, I'm supposed to have this, and they'll fix it for you, okay? So I wanted you to see that that's in there. Next, let's talk quickly about staying healthy, because I'm not gonna lie, people are still getting COVID when they travel sometimes. But I have a little bit of health advice here that I'm going to share with you. And on our last cruise, out of, what did we have in Bermuda? 72 people, and only 4 got COVID. So that's really actually not too bad compared to just my average travelers these days. Whether they're cruising or not, it happens. And we don't want you to get sick with anything, right? So let's do everything we can. If your doctor is recommending a flu shot, and that's your thing, you can definitely get a flu shot. You could get a COVID booster if your doctor recommends that for you and if you believe in it. I also recommend considering masking. If you want to mask on the airplane, that could help you give you a barrier against germs too, just depending on what your comfort level is. A few people may even wear masks on board the ship. That's totally up to you too. It's completely masks optional. Some of the crew will wear them too, but definitely optional. What I strongly recommend is that you start with every natural health remedy that you believe in prior to the cruise. Start souping yourself up now with vitamin C and echinacea and elderberry. If you usually do vitamin C like emergency or airborne when you fly, start taking that even before you fly, so that when you show up at the airport, you are hydrated and rested and healthy as can be, so that your immune system is ready for whatever comes along. Also, another good one at the first little tickle of if you might feel anything at all is Zicam. So you might want to have all of those things with you. I really want us to be able to have fun as a group and to be social and friendly and be able to hug and high five and laugh and carouse and not worry about germs. So thank you all for keeping yourselves healthy and helping me to keep the group healthy. Let me know what questions you have down in the comments below. And if you haven't responded to your address verification email, please check your email and do so now so we can get your documents out to you soon. Thanks so much, everyone. See you soon. Bye.